Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey guys, before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if you like the information, please hit that notification bell so that you will know when our upcoming videos will be posted. Hello, good people. This is Carolinadime, Epiphany of Change, Dr. Rogers, coming to you as we swiftly come to the end of the year of 2019. I just want to have a quick discussion with you about some things. So let's talk about 2019 and how we plan on making 2020 our best year. In 2019, we've experienced happiness, we've experienced sadness, we've seen injustices, we've seen some justices actually take place. We've seen foolishness, we've seen encouragements on some fronts. What are you going to do different in this next year that hasn't been done in 2019? What are you going to do to make yourself better, to make whatever you're about, whatever you're building on, what are you going to do to take it to the next level? If it's your attitude, are you going to still stay stuck in that negativity and that control you or consume you? If you have a positive attitude, are you going to let that positive attitude take you to places that you haven't been yet? If you are sitting there and you don't know what direction to go in, what are you going to do? What goals are you going to set or put into place to help guide you in the direction that you want to go so that you can achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve? With whatever stance you're taking in the new year, what are you going to do to make that stance effective? What are you going to do to make that stance mean something, for it to be not just about you, but for it to help the greater good? What are you going to do yourself to make this world a better place other than complaining about how bad it is and the things that are going wrong? What are you going to do to step up and be a better person in 2020 than you were in 2019? That's the question that I want you to ask yourself. The other night, I was watching the Married to Medicine reunion, and I watch these females every year go after each other. And I mean, it's brutal. And you would think, although all of them aren't doctors on there, you have a lot of them that aren't doctors. You have people, if they're not doctors, they're professional women. But when you hear them going after each other, that's the thing that people need to remember. Having an education doesn't mean that you know how to act. It just means that you know how to study, you know how to pass the test. Kudos for everyone that can do that. But that doesn't make you the person who you are. So even if you have that, if you don't have that, you have hands-on skills, you have different talents that you haven't been utilizing, or maybe you have been utilizing them, but you haven't been doing it to the fullest. What are you going to do in this new year to make sure you are a better person than you were last year? I posted a post the other day and it said, let your next year be your best year. As we progress through life, our lives should get better. They shouldn't get worse. We should always see progression. So what are we doing to make sure that there is a certain level of progression? Are you willing to take your success and reach back to help somebody else, to bring someone else along so that they can be successful as well? Or are you going to do like these women did on this reunion, and they're sitting there mad with each other about what the next one has, when in actuality, they really all have the same thing in different ways, but they have the same thing? Are we going to be mad because this person talks to this person and we don't want them talking to them, and we end up missing out on serious networking opportunities and possible business opportunities because we're in our feelings and we don't want to talk to these people, or we don't want to come around these people because we just in the fields? Or are you going to be a business-minded person and recognize that regardless of what someone has going on, how foolish they want to be, when it's time to talk business, it's time to talk business, and you do what you got to do and you go about your business? What are you going to do different in 2020? You're fighting for a case. Are you going to continue going after people for that case? Or are you going to start actually doing research, real research, and putting the truth out versus just putting some stuff out that sounds good or that you think may get a couple likes? Are you actually going to put in some work so that you understand the laws, so that you understand when something's not happening, why it's not happening? If something is happening, why is it happening that way? Are you going to go and put forth more effort in this upcoming year to be a better you, so that you can go and explain to someone else that may be misguided about what's really going on? Or do you stay stuck? Are we going to stand up for what we believe in? Are we going to stand up for what's right? Or are we going to stand up for what other people tell us is right? Are we going to partake in foolish behaviors continuously? Or are we going to take a stand and say enough is enough? Are we going to see situations for what they really are and not what we want them to be? Are we going to see people for who they really are and not who or what we want them to be? So my challenge to you is to really think about what you want to do different in this new year. And this is something that I ask my clients, whether it's a new year or they're having a birthday or whatever. What are you going to do different this upcoming year that you didn't do last year? Because every year you should be a better you. What are you going to do different? I saw on Tyrese's page, he just had a birthday. He turned 41 years old. And I saw a comment under his picture where Russell Simmons came under and told him that he was always genuine. He always stands up for what he believes in. He's not a flip-flopper, like what you see is what you get. You know, it's a pleasure to know him just because of the person that he is. And he went into more detail in that post. But Tyrese came back and thanked him. And he said, you know, like, you, my dude, I'm going to stand up for you. I got your back no matter what. Are you going to stand in your position, or are you going to let people tell you who you need to stand up for or how you need to stand up? If and when you need to stand up, when you need to sit down. Are you going to be the better person in 2020 that allows people, and not only allows, but encourages people to go and do what's beneficial for them, to go and live their best life, to go and excel in whatever they choose to do, whatever their endeavors are? Are you going to be that motivating factor in a person's life that pushes them to be a better person? Or are you going to be the one that's sitting there and while they're trying to move forward, you're grabbing their wrist trying to pull them back? Who are you going to be in this new year? Well, that's my question. How will the new year look for you? Leave your comments below. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.